Starting a new series talking about skin types. So your skin could either be dry, oily, or combination. So let's just go step by step, one by one, talking all about them. So starting with dry skin. So your skin is classified as dry if it underproduces sebum, which is the natural oils that are normally secreted from our pores. So how do you know if you have dry skin? If your skin always feels dry, itchy, flaky, once you wash your face afterwards, you just like, and then also usijipake mafuta if you don't like moisturize afterwards, you just feel like it's a Sahara desert situation going on your face. And usually the best kind of thing to do if you have dry skin is to use a gentle cleanser. Don't use something that is overly stripping, that has too many actives like salicylic acid, because that will just end up irritating your skin more. So just get a gentle cleanser. Then secondly, you can use facial oils, which are really good at hydrating, like locking in, not really hydrating, but locking in the moisture on your skin, because remember, you don't have that sebum, so that means your skin easily loses moisture. So you can look into facial oils. There's so many different ones outside there. Like for example, The Ordinary have a whole range of so many skin oils that you can look into. Remember to still patch test to make sure that it's suitable for your skin. Then lastly, you can look into using an occlusive, like a really thick moisturizer that helps you to lock in all the moisture that you have so that you don't keep on losing it with your dry skin. Now, the second skin type is oily skin, which in my experience I found that most people say and claim that they have oily skin. But then again, let me just put it out there that dehydrated skin can sometimes be confused as oily skin, and I'm going to touch on dehydrated skin later on. So what is oily skin? Oily skin means that your skin overproduces sebum. It's the opposite of dry skin, and the bacteria that causes acne really loves to feed on the sebum. So that's why you find that so many people who have oily skin also tend now to have more acne than the people who have dry skin. Now, how do you know whether you have oily skin? It's the opposite of if you have dry skin. If you wash your face, then you don't moisturize. After a few hours, you'll just find yourself looking like a whole oil slick, like it's on your face. Oily skin isn't necessarily a bad thing because you have the sebum, it prevents like moisture from being lost from your skin. So your skin isn't dry, and that means it reduces the look of wrinkles. As much as you're like an oil slick, it does reduce the look of wrinkles compared to if you have dry skin. The things that you can do if you have oily skin is, first of all, just don't skimp on using moisturizer. That's the first step, because I think sometimes when ukiona that you have oily skin, you decide, I'm not going to moisturize. But just don't do that. You can use moisturizers which are formulated specifically for people with oily skin. That is something like a moisturizer that is gel-based, water-based, like kind of light, not those heavy, thick, occlusive kinds of moisturizers. Those ones would really suit you really well. Also, you can use like these translucent powders. I talked about them a while back, but the Korean skincare, they have really, really good kinds of translucent powders that, as a dark-skinned woman or man, you don't want to use something that leaves you all white all over because it's translucent. Sometimes it does that. But there are these sebum powders that are well formulated, and they can help with reducing the shininess and that look on your skin if you have oily skin. And the last skin type is combination skin, which when now you do the test that I was talking about before of washing your face then leaving it to dry. Now once you do that, you get like different results. Like maybe over here your T-zone remains quite oily, then your cheeks are quite dry, or vice versa, or any kind of combination of things. Again, this condition could be confused for having, like, you might think you have combination skin, but in actual fact you have dehydrated skin, which again will be talked about later on. Now when it comes to the combination skin, you can use, now you don't have to use the same kind of products all over. You can use like something light on something light on the oily areas, and then something different on the cheeks. But then again, who has money for all that, So just find like products that work. If your skin generally mostly feels really, really tight and dry, just stick to the heavily moisturizing stuff. Then now on the oily areas, you can use some translucent powder to like damp it all down.